Good evening and welcome to Tualatin High School, the home of the 2015 Oregon Girls Lacrosse State title. I'm Brad Stein, joined alongside Ben Finklia. Did I pronounce it right, Ben?
Close enough. We'll just do a test for that later. Finklia.
Finklia. We have two familiar faces duking it out today for the fourth straight year. Both come from the Three Rivers Division. We have the number 2 ranked Lake Oswego, last year's champion, who compiled a 9-1 division record and an 11-3 overall record, and they defend their title against their adversary, their number 1 foe, the number 1 ranked West Linn Lions, the winner of 2013, who also compiled a 9-1 division record, but overall record was a little bit different, Ben, 14-1 overall. And both these teams also had the pleasure of being in the Three Rivers Division facing off. They played twice. They each won a game. The score both ended 11-8. Ben, with two teams so evenly matched, who has the advantage at a game like this?
You know, if you look at these two teams historically, the team that comes out and dictates the pace of this game early will be the team that I think will win. You know, the last two times these guys met in the finals, it was a little bit of a blowout. The first time by West Linn and then last year by Lake Oswego. So all of us lacrosse fans are looking for a good, even matchup. But whoever can dictate pace, I think will get a good jump tonight.
We're about just moments away from the first draw of the Oregon State title game 2015, the West Linn Lions and the Lake Oswego Lakers. Should be a great one.
Yeah, and these two in the circle tonight I think will give us a good battle. Number 4 for Lake Oswego, Madeline Reese, and 24, Adina Molesky are well known to each other, and it's always a good battle at the center circle.
And the opening draw is battled for, and we're going to have our first call of the game.
Yeah, and in the sphere on Lake Oswego, it's going to be a West Linn restart.
And West Linn inside Laker territory. Another call.
Just a little push there.
A lot different than men's lacrosse. First steal.
Yeah, and that is something that you will see all night that you don't typically see from a girl goalie, but 38 for Ella Riley Herford. In my opinion, you know, if not the best, one of the best goalies the state's ever produced. She's only a sophomore, and jumping out and snagging passes like that is her forte.
And here come Lake Oswego in territory. First shot, first score for the Lakers.
Yeah, for Lake Oswego there, Madeline Reese, a Division I player, senior this year, going to be going to the University of Oregon. She's a dynamic midfield runner, and this is where LO can really take it to West Linn in those midfield transitions.
57 seconds have elapsed in the first half of the 2015 title game, and the Lakers have a 1-0 lead. Second draw of the game. Tualatin High School, we are Portland Sports Beat. Ben Finklia and Brad Stein doing this. And we're going to have a lot of fun, Ben.
Absolutely. Yeah, you know, as I always tell folks, this is a game that looks a lot like basketball played on a soccer field with sticks, and these are some of the best athletes in the state for this sport, and they make it a beautiful game by the way they move it up and down the field. It's going to be an exciting one.
Molesky for the Lions against Reese for the Lakers, and the draw, West Linn in Laker territory. Cradling the ball, looking for a shot, misses off to the right.
That was a bit of an ill-advised shot. The angle wasn't so good. West Linn's kind of lucky to get it pulled back out here.
West Linn coached by Meg Elston. 14-1 overall, fantastic season.
Yeah, she's been a great addition to the program. She came down from Mercer Island, where she was got it in the sphere there, where she was an outstanding club player at the University of Washington, then wanted to coach at the highest levels up in Washington before we were lucky enough to get her to join down here in Oregon.
Free position, and that one goes past the end line.
And just like in the boys' game, where the ball on a shot, if it goes out of bounds, the team that's shooting gets the ball back.
And that would be West Linn. 23 minutes left in the first half, 1-0 Lakers. That's Byrne Number 10,
And
one of the midfielders.
And what you're seeing from LO will be something you see a lot tonight. As soon as she touches the ball, Lake Oswego is going to jump 2 or 3 players on her. You saw that yellow flag go up, Brad. That's what we call in lacrosse a slow whistle. That means the offensive team had a scoring opportunity. The umpires don't want to disrupt the flow of that play.
It's a heck of a play right there by Riley Hertford.
Yeah, one of the best. And this is where they can kill West Linn. Number 1 here for LO, Lauren Gilbert, one of the best midfielders in the state and just an absolute speedster.
Lakers again in West Linn territory. That shot is off. Battling for the rebound. That's scooped up by West Linn. Here come the Lions. Let's see. That's Natalie Byrne. All alone, Byrne passes that off. Oh, outstanding pass. Gets the assist and the score from the Lions. Being waved off. Yep. Here we go. A little bit late, but we hear it.
Looks like a goal circle violation.
Unfortunate for the Lions as they were looking to tie this up.
This is again where Riley ends up being one of the better goalies in the state. She has the ability to walk this ball all the way up. What's different in girls lacrosse than boys, she cannot shoot the ball, so she's not able to take it all the way to the cage like in the boys game, but she's able to really spread out any defense around and wait for those midfielders to open up before she clears it upfield, and she is super patient with the ball. You can just notice the Lions are waiting. Now they're sending somebody.
Herford with the ball. In her cross. Gets a pass off. Number 4, Reese, the midfielder. Another whistle.
Just checking for offsides, it looks like. Yep. Westland had one too many over.
How often do you see goalies move up towards?
You know, here in Oregon, where the game's still developing, we've only been playing since 1995. It's really the exception that you see a goalie of Riley's skill level really be able to bring the ball up the field like that and handle the ball in a very high-skilled way. Very few goalies have got that ability once the pressure comes to get themselves out of trouble, and Riley's the exception.
A lot of schools were after her.
Well, and actually, the great story about Riley is before she ever played a minute of high school lacrosse, she had already verbally committed to the University of Southern California and Coach Lindsay Mundy.
That one's blocked, defended. Good job by the goalkeeper, Cicera. Now Cicera's behind the goal. She's going to run out circle, use that as a shield. West Linn down the far sideline. A pass in Lake Oswego territory. Scooped up. 19:41 left. Lakers up by 1. West Linn trying to tie this up. Very patient. Byrne with the ball right now.
And it's always a great matchup between her and number 1 there for LO, Lauren Gilbert. You'll notice as Natalie starts to come in, there comes the pressure.
There's a penalty, but Byrne still has it. Makes a great move, and that's deflected. And here come the Lakers. Moving it down in line territory. Can the Lakers make it 2-0? Haas with the ball. Now she spins back out. Defended, and I hear a whistle.
Looks like a 3-second call. Within that 8-meter arc, Brad, on the girls lacrosse field, your defender must stay within a stick's length. Otherwise, you're going to get a 3-second call.
Shot on goal is defended by Cicera. Now, here come West Linn. Moving the ball back. That was Morgan Finkley. I think you might be related.
I may know a little bit about her game.
Yeah.
And she was actually doing there what she does very, very well, and that is clear the ball. she's one of those players her goalie can count on to get the ball upfield and do it in a good flight of foot way.
Since you've coached before, are you a little tougher on your daughter?
As every father is, I'm sure, yeah. A little harsher critic.
Linn going around the goal. Look at that goalie work. Oh, what a shot. Byrne scores. We're tied up at 1.
And, you know, that's another great example of where Riley being almost in a different category, where she's willing to take chances outside the circle. You'll notice how she came out and almost met Natalie outside of the crease. And for a lot of players that she'll go up against, that's an effective strategy. But she's got to be careful when she's playing Byrne, because Byrne knows how to place those shots.
She sure does.
And the other great part about that relationship between Riley and Natalie Byrne there is both of them are USC commits. Natalie is from the 2016 class, and Riley from the 2017. So they know each other very, very well,
right,
and have a bright future together on a whole other playing field.
Did they play together club ball?
They do play in the off-season together. In fact, one of the great stories about this game is the number of girls on both these teams who play together in the off-season, and it's one of the reasons why I think the rivalry is so good. Is there's some good relationships on and off the field in both those instances.
Good tidbits of information. The draw. We're going to see this quite often. These two girls battle it out. Reese and, of course, Mollusky. Lakers. Here they go on the fast. Pass back out. That was Reese again, one of the midfielders. Reese has it. You see the double team.
Watch what number 1's doing here, Brad. She is probably the most ambidextrous player in the state, Lauren Gilbert.
Yeah, and there's the score. Lakers back up by 1.
And I would say, Brad, number 5 for the Lakers, Avery Hawes, is one of their secret weapons. She is a kid who I have no doubt will go on and play in college, but she doesn't get all the press like Gilbert, Herford, and Reese get on the Lake Oswego team, but she is one of, if not their faster players in their midfield transition game. And when Gilbert's got the ball out top like that, if she can find her, Hawes will find a way to get the ball in the net.
17-18 left in the first half. 2-1 Lakers on top of the West Linn Lions. 2015 state championship is at stake. Here comes a draw again. Same girls. Reese and Mollusky.
Yeah, a little stick across the body there.
Oh, nice setup right there, but it was dropped. And the Lions, Lakers might have blown a golden opportunity. Here come the Lions, trying to take advantage, trailing by 1. Wide open in the midfield. That is dropped. And another call.
It's going to be a push.
There's Byrne once again. Already has a goal. Byrne makes a nice move, takes a shot, and scores her second. We're going to have another call before that. That's the second time that she's either scored or assisted on one, and there's been an infraction.
Yeah, that's another goal circle violation, in fact. And, you know, in a game like this, to have 2 goal circle violations this early can, you know, end up being a killer by the end of the game.
Right. Golden opportunities blown by the Lions, but only trailing by 1. I mean, we talked about Byrne going at it with Sassara.
And again, this is where Riley's patience with the ball pays off. Right there in the midfield, somebody springs open.
Scooped up by the Lakers. Looking for another shot. Whistle.
Another
3 seconds. Yep,
yeah.
saw that.
And you know, at this level, Brad, these are mental mistakes. When you get into the 8-meter like that, a 3-second call, a shooting space call, those are just mental errors on these players that they've got to clean up.
The shot blocked. Good job. Sassara comes up with it. 15-15 left. Sassara using the goal as a shield. Now she throws it up. Very dangerous. And it's going to be almost intercepted by the Lakers. Now it's going to roll out. Ball belongs to West Linn. It's Haley Bouchard running free. Bouchard's going to have a shot on goal. Yeah, it was close. Bouchard had a nice shot, just a little off to the right. Here come the Lakers coming back. A lot of speed we're seeing here, Ben.
Yeah, and Gilbert's a prime example, the one just bringing it up the sideline there. She's just a burner.
Lamont loses the ball. It's going to go back over to the Lions.
Yeah, held cross on Lake Oswego.
Yeah, Byrne just seems she knows exactly what to do with the ball at any given moment. Lakers once again in Lions territory. 14-11 on the clock, trying to tie this up again. Saw the spinneroonie by Bouchard. And here comes Byrne, makes a couple moves. That one's too high over the goal. And that's going to go out. We were talking a little bit before the game about hockey, about goalie equipment, goalkeeper equipment. What do they have to wear and what is recommended?
Yeah, and girls lacrosse, real simple. Helmet, gloves, stick, chest protector, and then also in their pants, obviously need a pelvic protector. But other than that, shin guards are a requirement. Riley goes a little bit against the grain of what we see sometimes, that she basically just wears a modified soccer. Oh, and there's a nice shot from Molesky for the free position. But she just wears a modified shin guard, and that's it. That's all they've got to wear from a requirement standpoint.
We are finally tied up at 2. This one's going to count. We'll get ready for another draw.
And, you know, one of the things about girls lacrosse that's similar to boys in terms of the face-off, you know, the team that tends to win the draw battle in girls lacrosse tends to dictate the game and the pace, and most often than not is the one who actually wins. So this really does end up being the single most important part of any team's plan.
When you were a coach and you were coaching, how much did you put into the draw as practice?
Yeah, we've got a redraw. And that's another little slight rule to know about girls lacrosse. When you do the draw, the ball, when the players pull up, it must clear their shoulders and get above their heads for it to be a valid draw. So if you ever see the umpire wave it off like they did just there, it's going to be a redraw. But, unfortunately, it's one of those things that if you find a kid who's good at it and seems to show some natural talent, you probably tend to depend on her and a couple backups.
Right. Always want some backups.
Yep.
West Linn going down the left sideline. 13 minutes left, trying to take their first lead of the game. That was Molesky. Now they're behind the net. Westline controlling it. Nice pass. The shot and goal a little bit too high. Going for the rebound. The Lakers have it. Now they lose it. Once again, it's finally scooped up by a Laker. Another opportunity for the Lions. A lot of shots on goal. That one hit the top.
Great trail check.
Yeah, nice check. But it's scooped up once again by the Lakers with 12:26 left, and we're going to have a whistle.
Yeah, and that check was in the sphere. Across the body. So you got to be careful sometimes when you are checking. They don't want that stick to come down in the sphere or in front of the player's body too close.
Lakers moving the ball well. Lauren Gilbert.
This is where she's dangerous. She's got the ability to move from right hand to left.
Yeah, I was just noticing that.
Nobody else.
It's incredible. Lauren Gilbert. It's Madeline Reese, one of the midfielders. Just taking their time, very methodical. Sassara, the goaltender for the West Linn Lions, under coach Meg Elston. That one's up in the air and still going. Picked up by the Lakers. Shot on goal. Nice play by Sassara.
I'll tell you, Brad, so far the goalie play's just been awesome.
It really has.
They're both doing a great job.
Look at Sassara. She's small. She's quick. She's hiding behind the goal. Now she's going to throw it out. Ooh, risky.
Yeah.
Centers that. Oh, boy.
The only thing I've seen from Sassara tonight that I don't like Yeah.
There's a shot, and that results in a goal for the Lakers.
Just cost them. We teach them as young ones when they're playing goalie, we don't clear to the middle of the field, and that's really the second time I've seen her do that, and she paid for it.
Madison Vogt with the goal. Timeout called with 11:04 remaining. The Lakers back up 3-2. You're listening to Portland Sports Beat, the 2015 High School State Championship Girls Lacrosse. Living Right Senior Placement provides qualified assistance in finding the most appropriate living community for seniors. Assisted living, memory care, adult foster care homes, and retirement communities included. Call Jennifer Cook at 503-780-7355 or visit livinglight.net. So what do you think, Ben? Pretty good game so far?
Good game so far. As we said at the outset, the team that tends to dictate pace in this game is usually the ones that wins it. But I would say so far it's, there's a couple of sloppy areas that I've seen them both do in their midfield passing. I'm going to say that's the nerves, and they'll settle down. So it'll be interesting to see in the next 11 minutes of this first half who can kind of put it together a little more succinctly and get it going. When you look at the two draw circle violations on West Linn, again, that wipes 2 goals right off the board, plus that midfield pass by Cesara there cost him a goal. So, even if those 3 things had stood, we'd still have a really close game.
Oh, absolutely. What do you say as an ex-coach to Cesara about those throws?
Well, first thing, be patient. Wait for the defense to come to you. What you see Riley Herford do is she's bringing the ball up, is she's just walking it up, waiting for the defense to come to her. Elo's pressuring Anna, which is a little different strategy-wise, so she's got to just be patient. And when she does go to clear, make sure she's trying to either get a streaking cutter across the middle with a safer pass or get it out to the sideline where you're less susceptible to a play like we just had there where they just scooped it right back and went right down the throat with it.
Yeah, and then West Linn blew a couple opportunities when they had some goals that were called back on the infractions. But 3-2, Lakers on top of West Linn. 11:04 remaining in the first half. Ben and Brad, B squared, double B.
Well put.
And the draw. Madeline Reese and Dina Molesky. That goes up in the air. Almost controlled by West Linn. Looking for someone scooping it up. The Lakers did. Now they lost it. Battling for the ball.
Yeah, that's a real scrum.
It is.
Big comment on the draw.
And here come the Lakers once again in West Linn territory.
This is a good little matchup that number 1 has got number 7 for West Linn, Lydia Van Winkle. She's one of the kids for this team that's got a real lightning speed to her and is someone who can match up Gilbert. Isn't necessarily a huge offensive threat, but I'm expecting her to play some good defense tonight.
You weren't kidding about Lauren Gilbert. She can really handle the ball.
She can handle the rock,
Excellent.
as they say. Yeah, and look
Cradle,
at her in those tight spaces.
Look at her go. What a move by Gilbert. Now she loses it. Oh. And West Linn comes up. Gets it to Cesara. Cesara's going to have to be very careful with the throw. And she gets it to your daughter. And controlled now by Haas. Lakers trying to score again, up by 1.
Yeah, on that's a good call by the umpire there. On 21, a little bit of too much pushing. It's going to give Elo a free position here on the outside of the 8.
Back to Cesara.
21's lucky her goalie bailed her out there.
I was just going to say the same thing.
Yeah, and here comes Van Winkle, who I said earlier has got some great speed.
Van Winkle moving it down the far sideline. Loses the ball again. Good play there. by number 10 defensively. Folked to check that. And the Lakers threatening. Another call.
Across the body. Lakers restart.
Yeah, I think it was just a stick across the body there, Brad. Elo did a nice job in pushing the Lions to the sideline and using that sideline as a third defender in that last set on defense. Going to get him another shot on the goal.
Lakers trying to get the shot off. Once again.
Wow, another 3-second call. Those are just mental errors. This stage of the year, this point of the game, the girls really have to make sure they understand where their feet are in comparison to that 8-meter arc. These are like free throws in a basketball game.
Yep. Free position, Avery Haas, number 5 for the Lakers. Here comes a shot from Haas. Good, great block. Sasara, she's on her game. I love seeing great goaltending work. In any sport, especially lacrosse, we're seeing some of the better ones.
Again, another really ill-advised pass by Sasara there. That is something she's just got to calm down on. Yeah. And I think she should calm down as the game goes on. You know, she's normally pretty good on her clears. But that's something in a game like this where it's going to, you know, maybe come down to a 1 or 2 goal difference. Those possessions will become really important.
Here come the Lakers again in Lions territory. Number 4, Madeline Reese, the midfielder, controlling the ball right now, looking for the shot, but it's going to be waved off.
Yep, looks like a shooting space violation. It's the number 1 safety call we've gotten in girls lacrosse. So even if the shot has been scored, while the players in the act of shooting, they're going to still wave off the goal and bring them out and set them up and have them do this free position.
Haas, blocked again by Sasara. She's doing one of the 2 things almost perfectly. She has been great. Here come the Lions. 6:56 left, all alone. It's Burns. She goes to the right. Burns takes her shot. It's defended well. Once again, by Riley Herford. She's tough to score on.
Yeah, again, both goalies are just playing lights out.
Talking about the throwing with the goalies, making those correct passes, how often did you work on that as a coach with your goalkeepers?
Quite a bit. If you've got a good goalkeeper, it's something that if you can get them comfortable with their stick after they've blocked a shot, that's probably, next to learning how to stop a shot, the single most important thing they've got to work on.
Another shot, another score, Lakers goal.
Yeah, great feed to Gilbert. Coming right down the middle. Yeah. It's a beautiful game when it's played like that.
Lakers move up 4-2 over the West Linn Lions. This is the 2015 OG LA High School State Championship in Tualatin High School. We are Portland Sports Beat bringing the action. Ben and Brad.
It's an important draw for West Linn at this point. You don't want to let more than a goal separate you on a game like this.
Would you compare the pace of lacrosse similar to basketball and hockey?
Yeah, it's usually a pretty frenetic pace. So there is no shot clock in girls lacrosse at this point. So there are times. We've got a quick across the body there. There are times when teams will go into a, more of a Dean Smith 4-corner stall, but that's usually at the end of the game, or some other times. There's only one college program that seems to employ that as a strategy.
West Linn trying to capitalize. Could they score? Once again, Byrne. Or excuse me, Byrne has the ball right now. That was your daughter.
Good clear by West Linn there. Let's move it around. Usually when they're getting into settled offense like this, you'd like to see everybody touch the ball at least one time, kind of like you do in basketball. Move it around the key. Try to find some openings.
Burns picking her spot. 5:21 left in the first half. Trailing by 2 to make this a one-possession game. Here comes Byrne going right. Now she's picking up a little speed, going around the goal. Looking for a cutter. Someone open. Now she's going to wrap herself around the goal and takes a shot deflected.
Yeah, an across the body call as she was getting ready to attack the cage. So they're going to bring it on out to the 8-meter and give her a free position. That's a great, great angle of what a free position looks like.
It's a good call by the umpire. Another call.
And that one was shooting space, which is oftentimes the case when girls want to jump in off of a free position. So this gives West Linn a nice advantage. They've got 2 girls now cleared out of there. And that girl will get sent out as well. So if you look at that angle, you see, boy, oh boy, if she can just get a jump, that's a great near open shot.
Burns scores.
And that's a West Linn goal by Natalie Byrne.
Byrne cuts it to a 1-point deficit. 4:12 and counting left.
Yeah, these two teams are definitely just trading punches one after the other. I think it's going to come down to who makes the least number of mistakes. I haven't seen anybody really pull away in terms of exerting their will too much. Great midfield play from both clubs. Good ball movement on offense.
Four years in a row, Ben, these girls have been duking it out for the state championship.
Yeah, pretty amazing when you think about it. You know, if you go back and look at the history of the sport in terms of when it started, you know, there's always a couple years where teams get some runs and some spurts and win a couple of consecutives, but to trade back and forth like this has been pretty special to watch.
Lusky trying to control it, doesn't, but we're going to do a redraw. Reese and Mollusky, Mollusky and Reese. 4:17 left in the first half. West Linn trails by 1. Lakers once again controlling the pace.
Oh, pretty.
Reese, beautiful pass. The shot on goal. Cesara once again. Cesara a little bit more meticulous about her throw the last few attempts, and that one gets intercepted.
And once again, it's West Linn, going to be Laker ball in a really prime spot.
Madison Vogt with a free position. Vogt waiting. Now she passes it back to Reese.
Oh, going to get our first yellow card of the night.
Here we go. How many yellow cards before you're ejected?
2, just like, or I just let me back up and say, so that was a yellow card for stick to the head. So that player, Caitlin Malvar, is going to go out for 2 minutes. It's a non-releasable penalty, and a player in girls lacrosse can have up to 2, but once they reach 2 in a game, they are ejected from the ball game. Oh.
And the shot, it's a score by Madeline Reese.
And that's a Lakers goal by number 4.
So not only do they lose a player on the field, but they take a goal there, Brad. So this is now going to be tricky territory for the Lions to navigate. Now being man down and down by 2 goals, they got to be really careful.
The Lakers with a 2-point advantage and a man up. 3 minutes and 31 seconds left in the first half. And the draw, referee adjusting the position, making sure everything's perfect.
Yeah, they got to keep it straight on that white line.
Oh, and now this time it's controlled by West Linn. Here comes Byrne. Cradling, handling. She moves very well.
Yeah, she's probably the best in the state at being able to really control the rock and moving into some tight spots.
West Linn moves it back out now. That's number 24.
Notice LO's kind of changed their defensive philosophy now. They're sending pressure all the way out to the ball, trying to disrupt West Linn's settled offense.
Byrne was double teamed. Now she's going to pass back out to Mollusky. Plenty of time.
Now they're settling back a little bit. they're really face guarding Byrne. Number 1, Natalie Gilbert is being pressured by Gilbert.
That's Hannah Morford, one of the captains. 35 regular season goals, 9 playoff goals.
Yeah, first team All-State, first team All-Conference in the Three Rivers League. Will play at Redlands next year in California. Great senior.
Both teams are loaded with talent. That's why they're in this position right now.
Yeah, actually, you and I had talked earlier. There's 7 girls on tonight's rosters who will play. Got to push there.
Yeah.
Who will play at the next level, 2 of which are seniors. Ironically, number 4 for West Linn and number 4 for LO. Hannah Morford and Madeline Reese will be the first to go. But the other 5, there's a loaded bunch from the class of 2016 and 17 who have verbally committed already.
The last penalty was on Vogt. We saw
Great
Morford,
pass.
Great pass. Byrne! That one's blocked, defended, and almost lost it, but another great play by the goalkeeper, Riley Hertford.
Yeah, Riley's also playing out of her mind good tonight.
Hertford passes that down the far sideline. The Lakers trying to get into West Linn territory. That one's going to roll. It's going to be picked up by the Lions. And once again, Molesky, as she falls down.
Yeah, it's those little midfield transition gaffes that I think, as those rack up for either team, can be the difference. They've just got to take care of the ball in the midfield.
And Finklia. Break, and now she's double teamed. Picked up by the Lakers. Defensively, once again, that one's checked. Good play by number 4. That was Reese.
So we've got an offsetting penalty there. Yeah, both players covered. Again, a little different than in boys lacrosse. You cannot place your stick over the ball and not allow the opponent an opportunity to scoop through and get. So it looks like both of them infracted about the same time. So we're going to do a toss over on the sideline, a little bit like a jump ball in basketball. And these two are such great competitors.
Lauren Gilbert and Byrne's going to win this one as Gilbert takes a tumble on the ground. Nice move by Byrne, and she scores again. Byrne with the goal. Oh, that was much needed by West Linn.
Yeah, it was a pretty shot too. She got right down the middle. The double didn't quite come, so she was able to get a little bit of daylight and find the back of the net.
What a game we're having. 5-4. The Lakers on top of the Lions with 1:01 left in the first half. Living Right Senior Placement provides qualified assistance in finding the most appropriate living community for seniors. Assisted living, memory care, adult foster care homes, and retirement communities included. Call Jennifer Cook for more information at 503-780-7355 or visit livinglight.net. And the draw. Reese and Molesky. Do you think those girls get sick of each other after the end of the game?
I'm sure they're tired of staring at each other's faces.
And here we go on the breakaway. That one's checked. We're going to have a call. That's going to go against Madeline Reese.
Yes, that was an in the sphere call. So that check was good up until the point it got within the halo above Van Winkle's head.
Byrne might have another opportunity for a score. That one's passed a little bit over the head.
And again, you notice how Riley came out of the circle.
Right.
It's one of the things that makes her so dynamic.
She takes chances.
She sure does. But
But
they're good chances. They're calculated. I don't think she's a careless goalie at all. Almost got eyes in the back of her head and can anticipate things almost like nobody else.
Very contrasting, the two goalkeepers, but both very effective. Here come West Linn, or excuse me, the Lakers. Avery Haas in West Linn territory. 20 seconds remaining on the clock. Madeline Reese. That one's blocked.
West Linn got lucky.
Good.
She was wide open.
There, that was Rucker, I believe, number 13 with the deflection. See our clock still going. 5 seconds for West Linn trying to get one shot off. That one's going to be thrown up, and still have some time left on the clock. There could be one more shot. Morford passes it to Reinhardt. We're going to have the end of the first half. That is it. West Linn just shy of getting a shot off. We're going to go into the half with the Lake Oswego Lakers, a 5-4 lead over the West Linn Lions. This is for the 2015 OGLA High School State Championship at Tualatin High School. We'll be back for the second half. This is Portland Sports Beat, Ben and Brad.
Last halftime.
Welcome back to Tualatin High School, the 2015 State Championship. Lake Oswego out ahead, 5-4 over the West Linn Lions. Brad Stein and Mr. Ben doing it for Portland Sports Beat. We're getting ready to start the second half right now with the first draw. Mollusky and Reese battling it all night long. Once again, it's won by West Linn this time in Lake Oswego territory. Picked up by Reese. We're going to have another call.
Across the body.
Yep. Grace Ware for the Lakers. Another call against the Lions. Ware across the field. Bouncer scooped up by the Lakers. Good job. Looks like Horowitz there. Lakers with a 1-point lead. Willinghams with the ball, makes some nice moves, gets a shot on goal. And once again, Cesara's there for West Linn, keeping up her solid goalkeeping work. A little too much contact.
Yeah, I still would like to see Cesara clear that ball to a...
Wow, Byrne just makes it look so easy. Look at her in Laker territory. Now the pass up ahead, great pass from Mollusky. Another one, off the goalpost. A little too left. Picked up by West Linn.
You saw how Riley came out on the redefend behind the cage, actually, and started going for the ball. And again, look at her play so far out.
Calculated risks, yeah.
Yeah, calculated risk, but they usually pay off for her. She's got the skill level to pull it off.
Morford going to take the shot. Ooh, just misses. As that's centered, West Linn can't control it. Battling for it. Trying to scoop it up. Now we have a little contact, and that could be going against the Lakers. Looks like your daughter's down on the ground.
Yeah, a little bit of pushing and shoving. You know, I think the Lions still need to tighten it up a bit here. They've been a little sloppy with the ball on offense here.
Now Finkley is going to leave the game. 22-26 left. 1 goal advantage for the Lakers.
West Linn restarts.
This is sophomore Jenna Edershagen, who's come in for Mo.
Edershagen, free position. Sets it up and intercepted.
Wow.
Like you said, Riley just comes right out of the goal.
Yeah, she knows how to read the
She knows how to run
player's
also.
mind. Yeah, and she just really knows how to control the ball. Look at how she's working the stick, making good passes.
That's a great pass.
Yeah.
Now in West Linn territory, Lakers trying to move up by 1. Reese can't control it, and she's bumped. Foul will be called. Looks like Van Winkle. Very methodical. Lakers taking their time. Another whistle. And it looks like it's going against the Lakers.
I think we had an offsides, I think. It was a bit out of frame.
Yeah.
But that 30-yard line is going to be the restraining line of girls lacrosse, so it looks like they've corrected. Let's see if West Linn can move the ball.
West Linn and Haley Bouchard running away. Has beat a man, beat a couple, we'll say a woman, and the shot, that's off. West Linn going for the rebound. Gonna be scooped up by the Lakers, and we're gonna have a bumping foul. Should go against West Linn. Looks like it's gonna be on number 11, Iddershagen.
A little bit of a push.
Lakers will control the ball, and look, they give it right back to the goalie, Riley. She knows exactly what she's doing. Riley passes that into Oswego or into West Linn territory. Here comes Madeline Reese. Madeline Reese with a couple Lions back there. Now she's going to hold up for some of her teammates. And the shot and a goal. The Lakers, once again, the goal scored by Avery Haas.
And that's where LO can kill you. Again, their midfield transition, the strength of having a goalie of Riley's ability to move that ball quickly right into the midfield. 1, 2, 3 passes and bang, you're at the back of the net. Just a beautiful, beautiful play.
She's a real weapon to have a goalie that can pass like that.
Yeah, it actually significantly changes the dynamic of the game to have someone of her caliber who can move like that and bring the ball up. It adds a whole nother dimension.
20-25 left in this contest. West Linn trails by 2, 6-4. The draw. Mollusky, Reese.
Yeah, you'll notice there Reese came a little early on her draw, so that's what we call a draw violation or an illegal procedure. West Linn's going to get the ball.
If you're just joining us, we're in the second half of the 2015 OGLA High School State Championship in Tualatin High School. Lakers 6, West Linn 4. A shot on goal, and there it is. West Linn comes back, answers right back, and we cut it to a 1-point game.
Yeah, it was Jessica Weinhardt breaking free right in the middle. Good ball movement. She's always, during her career at West Linn, been a real threat coming from behind the cage, wrapping around front, and she just buried it top shelf. That was a great shot.
West Linn seems to capitalize. Every time the Lakers make it a 2-point game, West Linn comes right back.
Yeah, we were talking about the opening about which team could, really impose its will. And so far, that's what's making this game a great one. And nobody's been able to really pull away and break the spirit of the other. And again, the goalie play from both of them has been great.
Under 20 minutes to go, 6-5 Lake Oswego on top of the West Linn Lions. Ben and Brad doing it on Portland Sports Beat. 2015 OGLA High School Championship in Tualatin High School. The 4th straight year these two teams have faced off.
Great cut. Oh, great goalie play.
Once again, Cesara.
Looks like there's going to be a trip on Malvar. So it's going to set up a free position.
A little bit too high, hits the top bar. Rebounded, Lake Oswego.
And a quick shooting space. So another bite at the apple, as we say.
Ooh. Madeline Reese was getting excited. Her opportunity. Okay, free position still. Number 4, Madeline Reese. There's a shot. And that's a goal. Can't give Reese too many free opportunities. She'll take advantage.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. A player of her caliber, you cannot give her that many open looks. Like we said earlier, it's a little bit like a free throw in basketball.
7-5, Lakers increase their lead by 2.
This is really one of those spots where West Linn's got to be careful. Like I said earlier, whatever team is able to exert its will the quickest and sort of begin to dominate from that standpoint will pull away. Oh, and it looks like they're going to do a draw change. Gilbert's coming into the circle for LO. Let's see if they can.
Interesting.
Yeah, and you'll see coaches do that from time to time just to get a little different look. But because they haven't been losing draws necessarily, I'm a little surprised by that.
Gilbert and Mollusky battling, and Gilbert won. She fell down hard.
It's like another trip, inadvertent, but a trip.
And we got the whistle. Let's hopefully Gilbert's okay. Ooh.
Yeah, that one looked like it hurt. Because they stopped play, they're going to probably send her off, at least for a couple of minutes. But looks like she's going to be okay. Maybe going to be a little ginger tomorrow.
And Gilbert's standing, and she'll walk off on her own. Living Right Senior Placement provides qualified assistance in finding the most appropriate living community for our seniors. We have assisted living, memory care, adult foster care homes, and retirement communities all included. Call Jennifer Cook at 503-780-7355 for more information or visit livinglight.net. Lakers in West Linn territory. Once again, number 4, Madeline Reese with the ball. Picking away. Nice check over there by Byrne. Over to Hawes. Now back around the goal. Lakers working the ball all the way around, getting in position. Anderson, number 7, now inside. Oh, what a great pass, and the goal. Oh, that was looking pretty by the Lakers. And she took a little spill after.
A little celebration, tumble.
Some smiles, yeah, some giggles. I like that. The Lakers, they're celebrating, they're laughing, they're having fun, and that's what this is about. The 2015 High School State Lacrosse Girls Championship in the beautiful state of Oregon.
It's another great ball set by the Lakers. Great movement, great cutters, finding Hawes, finding the back of the net. As that play was going on, I really thought Westland was a little discombobulated on defense. They weren't switching, weren't sliding as tightly as they should have been, and I think that's where LO kind of helps put you to sleep.
Yeah, it looked like they got a little lethargic.
Yep.
The draw was 17:50 left in the game, +3, Lakers. Largest lead for the Lakers, and they win again. Another draw.
Oh, Gilbert's back in. Here she goes.
Gilbert. Oh, great pass. Centers it. Oh, that one's deflected and blocked by Cesar. Nice play. That could have been a saving goal. That would have been a 4-point lead for the Lakers. But now West Lynn's going to control the ball.
That's plenty of time. Clear. That was a good clear.
Very good. And the Lions now in Lake Oswego territory.
Wow, this is a long way for Malvar to go.
Could she do it? She's going to get a shot on goal, and she scores! Oh, boy, that was pretty.
You don't very often see a defender go coast to coast.
Coast to coast. Nobody can stop Caitlin Malvar.
And she rocketed that shot.
Unassisted. That's the goal that West Linn needed. Let's see if that ignites this team, trailing by 2 now.
Malvar is actually a starting varsity basketball player, an exceptionally good varsity basketball player. And as I was watching her run down the field, she kind of had that point guard look in her eye. And again, where lacrosse and basketball seem to cross in terms of relative skills sometimes, that was a very, very good play.
How do you stop an opponent when they have that much speed going ahead? How do you stop them?
You know, you really have to turn them is the word we use. You've got to get them to change direction. It's kind of anticipating where they're going, getting your body out in front of them and trying to turn them one way or the other just to slow them down, if for not just a little bit. But on that one, Malvar was not going to be denied.
No, absolutely not. Mollusky trying to get a hold of that. And once again, West Lynn's going to win this. That's Hannah Morford. She's going to go down the left sideline, far sideline now. She's going to make her move. Morford. Good job. Morford behind the goal right now. Of course, the goalkeeper, one of the best in the business, Riley Hertford, number 38, usually in the right position, knows what she's doing out there. It's tough to score, but West Lynn's trailing by 2. Morford picks her shot. We're going to have a call.
It's an offensive charge on Morford, actually. It's one of the points of emphasis this year in U.S. Lacrosse is trying to eliminate the offensive foul, and on that one, she came in, got a little too much head speed on, and
I believe that was our first offensive charge call.
yeah, it was.
Riley waiting, passes it out to the far sideline, and now look at this nice pass, centers it. Here come the Lakers once again. Very tough to stop. 16-11 left. Lakers up by 2, trying to make it 3. And that one's blocked and picked up. The turnover. Here come West Linn. Very exciting game the second half. West Linn can make it a 1-possession game. Morford once again. He's going to have a clean shot. Morford scores. How about that? Hannah Morford pulls the West Linn Lions within 1.
Wow, that's what you want from your senior, Brad. Get the ball, get it upfield, and get it in the back of the net. She was not going to be denied on that one. You know, and lacrosse is a game of runs, Brad, and it looks like West Lynn's got a little momentum building back after getting down by 3, and so Elo's smartly taking a timeout here to talk it over, kind of regroup.
I was just going to ask you if you approved of that timeout.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what, and again, back to the fact that this can be a game of runs, and when you get going like that, you just don't want to let the other team pull too far ahead. And because this is a game that requires so much running, you know, not uncommon for the girls to be a little bit winded, smart to take a timeout, get them some water, talk it over a little bit, and just kind of regain your composure.
Hannah Morford came in this game with 9 playoff goals and 35 in the regular season.
Yeah, she's
one of the captains.
One of the stalwarts for West Linn, not only this year, but in her 3 previous years. Somebody who's been incredibly dependable, got a great knack for the game, a good lacrosse IQ, as we call it, and I expect her to go on and do good things there at college. That's her dad right there, Jim Morford, the assistant coach, just to her left. He's brought her up the right way in the game, and as so many of us can attest as dads in this game, because it's not an indigenous sport, shall we say, to the Northwest, we've got to jump in with other moms and dads and learn this game, and Jim's one of those guys who's dedicated a lot of time and energy to helping grow the sport the right way.
Both goalkeepers are doing an outstanding job, but how frequently do you substitute a goalkeeper if they're struggling, even if they're one of the better goalies in the division?
You know, in college you'll see it regularly if a goalie is struggling. In high school, not so much. One of the things that these 2 programs enjoy, while Anna Cesara is playing lights out tonight, what you don't know is there's another goalie over there on the West Linn sideline who's also one of those 7 girls we mentioned earlier who's going on to play in college. Her name's Hope Murray. She had an arm surgery right at the end of the year, which kind of cost her the last part of the season, but she and Anna split time essentially, and Anna's first team All-League and first team All-State. So a plethora of riches at West Linn at the goalie position for the next couple of years. But obviously, as you can see by LO, there's no need to have a backup to Riley. She's just singularly good in her own way, and no need to bring anybody else in.
As long as she's healthy, she's the goalkeeper.
She's fine, yeah, absolutely.
The draw. Reese was back in for Lake Oswego, won again by West Linn. You're talking about momentum. Here they go, and guess who it is? It's number 10, Byrne. Oh, what a move she made. Almost got hit in the face. She's going to circle around. She falls down, takes a shot. It's blocked, but there's going to be a foul called. Oh, that was a pretty play by Natalie Byrne.
And that's really what makes Byrne dangerous. She, like Gilbert, can do some amazing things with the ball inside the 8, in tight spaces with 2 or 3 people on her. So to get this free position is big.
Free position, Byrne, 15:08 left. Could tie the game.
Another great save by Riley. Wow.
It's picked up by Morford.
I've seen a few of these state championships, and I can honestly say this is the best goalie play by both goalies I have ever seen. They're both just playing lights out.
Out of their minds.
Out of their minds is right. It's a fun thing to watch when it's going on at a level this high.
Miloski with the ball. Everyone clears to the left.
It's like West Linn's going into a little settled offense here. We're going to run some plays, it seems, get some time off the clock.
See the cutters cutting across the middle. As Molosky makes her move, Molosky thought about taking the shot. Now she's checked up, but regroups, scoops it back up. Molosky passes it. Morford behind the goal. Riley in position. 14:10 left on the clock. Morford with the spinneroonie. Loses the ball. Another call.
And empty stick check on Hannah there. Great LO defense on that one. You notice they were, when the ball was up top, they would come out and bring the double almost on every person. Very typical of LO when they really want to turn it on defensively.
Back to Riley, she'll clear.
You'll notice West Linn's got Byrne on Gilbert. Very wise. Riley's taking her time, yeah.
And here comes Riley coming out once again. And she's checked.
Yellow card on Morford for a slash.
She is not happy with the slashing call, and neither are the fans. You hear the boos. That's from the West Linn fans. What do you think about that call?
Well, you know, as somebody who umpires as well, I've learned that sometimes the official's view is better than the one in the stands. And the lady who made that call is one of our state's best officials, so I'm going to go with her judgment on that one.
I like that, sticking up. There's Lauren Gilbert, centers it, excellent defense. West Linn pushing. Lakers, couple good passes. One by Reese. That one's lost behind the goal, scoops it up. Lakers still in possession. Pass back to Gilbert. Gilbert takes her shot. She misses wide.
And, you know, while that shot was off, I think that's a great showcase of her talent of being able to move in those tight spaces, get the stick in both hands, find that crease, find that crack, and get a good shot off.
The 2015 state championship. It's such a great game that I see a dog in the background on the track enjoying the view. Even dogs are fans of girls lacrosse. That's centered out. Here comes West Linn now in Laker territory.
Good ball movement in the midfield. It's a little better than they were doing in the first half. Looks like an inadvertent whistle.
Byrne makes a couple moves, fakes it. Byrne's now going to move
look
backwards.
at Riley.
Look at the double team. Excellent double team, really putting some heat on Byrne. Byrne's going to back this out, now pass it to Molosky towards the far sideline, back to Byrne.
That's really been LO's strategy in going after Byrne the last 2 or 3 years, is to really make sure they double, triple every single time she gets the ball.
Well, you have to, don't you?
You really do. There's nobody like her. There's nobody who's able to create offense like her. You'll notice just those 3 gals right at the top, just kind of keeping an eye on her.
Byrne, a couple moves, she gets bumped. Free position for Byrne to tie the game. Under 11 minutes to go at Tualatin High School State Championship. And guess who scores? Goal for Byrne. Makes it look so easy, doesn't she, on the free position?
She really does. While it is an advantage to the offensive player, she, maybe more than anybody, makes it look like a regular everyday occurrence. But her ball placement on a shot like that was just perfect.
The West Linn fans are on their feet here at Tualatin High School. We're tied up at 8. 10:48 left in this game. A good one. The Lakers had a 3-goal advantage. West Linn strikes right back. This is what we were hoping for, Ben.
Yeah, it is. I was just going to say, that's what's making this a great game. The counter punches that both are throwing at each other are working, and it's keeping it nice and tight.
Byrne with 67 points in the regular season, 18 points in the playoffs.
Yeah, she's a dynamic force. Oh, legal procedure. It's going to be white ball. Looks like Reese pulled a little too early again. And again, it's such a critical thing at this juncture of the game is to not give your opponent any extra possessions.
Here comes Molesky for the Lions. For the lead, and the shot is scored. Looks like it's number 5, Jessica Weinhardt, one of the attackers.
It's the same spot she scored her other goal earlier, Brad. She was hiding down below the goal line extended. Molesky brought the ball across, found her sneaking right up and into the 8, and win, bang, boom, and she's at the back of the net. Just a beautiful play.
The West Linn Lions with their first lead of the game, 9-8. Still plenty of time for the Lakers, 10:23 left.
And I would say very common between these two teams as the game goes on. The intensity ratchets up. I expect these last 10 minutes to be incredibly hard fought.
Here comes the draw. Molesky and Reese picked up once again by West Linn. Morford streaking down the middle of the field. Here comes Morford. No one's picked her up now. She's going to come back out and she gets checked up. Morford falls on the ground, but it's scooped up and there will be a call.
Oh, that's a hard hit.
Really hard. But Morford gets up. She's okay. That was scooped up by Molesky.
Well, I'm a little surprised by the call going against Morford.
Yeah.
As you can tell, looks like the West Linn coach, Coach Elston's a little dismayed as well. But again, the umpires got the view.
A little contact.
A little more contact.
Molesky.
Yeah. Maybe a little frustration foul there.
Probably.
Ramey there for the Lakers. She's a first-team All-State defender, so it's she's a very, very good player, great defender. She can clear the ball all the way up the field.
Lakers moving the ball down the far sideline, trying to get in position to tie this back up. A tantalizing game at Tualatin High School. It's Madeline Reese now, the midfielder. Thinks about it, fakes it. Now she's double, triple team. Reese comes back out. 9 minutes left to go.
West Linn really needs to stay tight on their offensive counterparts at this point of the game.
Defense looks pretty solid by West Linn. Staying in position. So Horowitz. Lauren Gilbert, the speedster. Oh, nice pass. No go, off to the left. It's going to stay with the Lakers.
Good look by Reese, good pass.
Reese had an opportunity. Just 2 left. Lakers still have the ball. Plenty of time. Down by 1. Couple moves. Hawes thinking about it. Back out to Gilbert. Here comes a double now on Gilbert. Gilbert, great center pass, but it's picked up by the goalie, Cesara. And here come West Linn. It's Byrne down the middle of the field. Can anyone stop her? 7:41 left. Byrne's going to get a shot on goal. And Byrne scores again.
Wow.
Oh, look at that. Byrne goes down to the ground.
And Brad, if you go all the way back to where that play started, Gilbert, beautiful penetration against the West Linn defense, perfect pass. It's dropped, scooped, and Byrne, the fastest player in the state, coast to coast. Just a dynamic athlete. A beautiful play.
So opportunistic is Byrne and this West Lion team. Bouncing back, trailing by 3. Now up by 2, 10-8, 7 minutes and 33 seconds left. We're going to have a fantastic finish. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's gonna finish well, as these two teams always tend to do. The finish is going to be good. And a lot of times in these last minutes, really the team that can play the most relaxed and not tighten up and sort of play to win versus play not to lose. And I expect both these teams will come out loose. There's a lot of senior leadership on both clubs.
What do you say right now if you're head coach Lauren Anderson of the Lake Oswego Lakers?
Relax. They've all been in this game enough times to know that this is a game of runs. There's enough athletic talent on their team. They've got one of the best goalkeepers in the state. Not to panic. There's a ton of time on the clock. One of the advantages of high school lacrosse is the clock stops after every goal, so you're not wasting clock time walking back to the draw circle. So she's probably talking about making sure that they pressure the ball on defense, they win their draw controls, and when they get on offense, take their time, connect the dots on their passes, and take good shots.
The defending champs in a little trouble right here, down by 2. 10-8 with 7:33 left.
And I think one of the reasons that LO is going to come out and be in the spot that they are, Lauren herself is a former college goalie, so she understands the strategy of this game. And as I said earlier, these teams play each other twice in the regular season every year. There's no surprises or mysteries here. These guys are so well matched in these types of contests.
Living Right Senior Placement provides qualified assistance in finding the most appropriate living community for seniors. Assisted living, memory care, adult foster care homes, and retirement communities included. Call Jennifer Cook at 503-780-7355 or visit livinglight.net. The draw. 10-8, West Linn battles back.
Redraw. I'll tell you, still for me, the highlight so far in this game is the goalie play from both Anna Sassara and Riley Hertford.
I agree. Mollusky, Reese doing battle once again. That's up in the air, controlled once again by West Linn. Here come the Lions, trying to make it +3. Bird, can she do it? Couple sticks in the face, but we'll have a call, and it is going against the Lakers.
Yep, another slash.
And that is, she's out of there, isn't she?
It's a yellow card on Lake Oswego. 2 minutes, that's Juliana Ramey, the All-State defender.
Man down for the Lakers. Free position.
And again, one of the differences between boys and girls is those yellow cards are not releasable. So if Byrne scores here, LO's still going to be down a man.
The free position for Byrne, taking the shot. Well defended, just off to the right. Riley was in perfect position that time. Lions still have the ball. This game really changed in the last 7 minutes.
Yeah, I think that coast to coast by Malvar was the momentum changer for sure.
Come up. That's blocked well. We'll have another call.
Got a shooting space on LO. Looks like Haley Bouchard is going to get herself a free position. Oh, wow.
Riley's coming out.
Well, in that shooting space, what they're calling is Riley had stepped outside the circle. And once a goalie does that in girls lacrosse, she is a field player and is subject to the exact. Oh, wow.
Cannot come up with it.
Is LO fortunate on that one?
Yeah, Westland, another shot. That one's off to the right. Riley in perfect position, and it's getting a little tricky down there in Lake Oswego territory. West Linn knocking on the door, trying to go up by 3. Bouchard had an opportunity, well defended by the Lakers. Byrne's going to make her move. Double team. Byrne now goes left-handed. Byrne, oh, that was outstanding. Oh my. Yep. Natalie Byrne with the goal.
What made that one unique was it was an off-handed shot. You know, to see somebody come across the middle with their offhand and be able to bury it with that kind of strength is just great.
Packed house at Tualatin High School. the 2015 OGLA High School State Championship. On the line right here, West Linn has their largest lead of the game, 11-8. Wasn't this the score of the two regular season games, 11-8? There's something about this number.
Exactly.
We saw 5 minutes and 53 seconds left, but if time expires and we're at 11:08, this could be some omen.
No, we called those two scores the Twilight Zone games because we had seen them both before.
It's freaky. They split in the regular season. This time, West Linn trying to win the state championship. Their last one, of course, was in 2013. I have a good trivia question for you as the Lakers control down the far sideline. I'll tell you as soon as we get a shot on goal. 5:41 left. Gilbert passes it out, now behind the goal. You have to take your time, but you don't want to take too much time. Is that correct?
No, I think LO is in a spot where they really need to quicken the pace on offense here. They need to move with purpose. No turnovers, obviously. That would be pretty costly at this point.
Lamont controls it. Oh, nice pass center. That was gorgeous.
Okay, and in the sphere.
Penalty.
Yeah, in the sphere call. So Lake Oswego is going to get a free position.
Number 13, Charlie Leach, with the free position for the Lakers.
This is a key free position.
They have to score right here with 4:50 left. Passes it back out. Gilbert.
Oh,
Nope.
no, that was Horowitz.
It was Horowitz.
But a great stop again by Cesara.
This time, Gilbert now passes once again in the middle. It's picked up. Nice catch by Reese. Reese is double teamed, and she's going to get
a push.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Malbarth, a little too much English on there, trying to keep her out of there. And I tell you what, Reese is the last person you want on that free position line, like a high percentage free throw player in basketball.
Yeah. And she gets a shot. She scores. Madeline Reese pulls the Lakers within 2.
Great finish by Reese. Exactly what you'd expect out of the senior leader on the Lake Oswego team from an offensive standpoint. She's just a dynamic player.
Lakers very fortunate to have Reese with the free position. We're back to a 2-point game, 4:09 left. Making it a little bit more interesting.
Yeah. Well, and again, I just haven't seen one team pull away for an extended period of time in this game, which is what's making it close.
This draw is crucial. The Lakers need to win this. Control the pace. The draw. Up in the air. It is controlled. Here comes Gilbert. You talked about the speed. Now she's running down the middle of the field. Gilbert makes a couple pretty moves. Oh, another one to her left. Now Gilbert's going to get a shot and go on. She scores, but do we have a call before that? I think we do. This is going to get waved off. Gilbert's looking like no.
Yeah, shooting space, but boy, oh boy, did you see that stick work?
Lauren Gilbert, that was some of the best stick work we've seen all game long, and it was just spoiled. But Gilbert with the free position, it negates her goal. But 3:35 left. Here comes Gilbert. Takes the shot. Oh, she misses it. It's picked up by Cesara.
That was a good defensive play by Westland. Somebody got enough of it on her stick.
And Cesara clears for the Lions, now in Lake Oswego territory. Under 3.5 minutes to go. Still a 2-goal advantage.
Yeah, Westland at this point wants to settle. This is a position of the game where they can burn clock. There's no shot clock. This is about taking care of the ball.
Couple fancy moves. You see the triple team now passes back. Intercepted. Oh, Riley.
Again.
She does what she does best. Now she's trailing down the near sideline. Here comes Riley. Can anyone stop her? She's going to pass it out. Back to the middle. Nice pass.
Just love watching that kid play goal. What a talent.
USC is going to be happy to have her.
Yeah, Coach Wendy's very excited for the next 2 years to hurry up and get her in a Trojan uniform.
Lakers can pull within 1. The pass in the middle is not controlled. It's picked up by West Linn with 2:29 left. Here come the Lions. Once again in Laker territory.
You'll notice Burns kind of spreading it out. Really want, and here comes the double from LO.
Spins out of it. Nice job by Byrne. Byrne gets a little cross-checked, and we're going to have the call.
Push.
Westlake restart.
When we get to the final 2 minutes in girls lacrosse, the clock does stop on every whistle.
We're under 2 minutes to go. That's centered. It's stolen by the Lakers. Golden opportunity. Can the Lakers convert? It's caught. And here comes Elo Gilbert. Now passes that way ahead in Wesleyan territory. One person back there with the goal. Great opportunity. Oh, can't control it. Just couldn't corral it.
I think we had an infraction. I'll tell you what, that was a very uncharacteristic Byrne pass. I would have not expected that out of her at this point of the game. This is a critical foul. Vote is on the line, I think. Or no, it's Sam Castle, actually.
Castle with the goal. It's going to count.
No, I take that back. I'm wrong. It is Vote.
It was Vogt, yeah. Madison Vogt pulls the Lakers within one. We're at 1.5 minutes in. Is going to make this real compelling as we get down to those final 90 seconds. I have a little trivia question for you since we're getting close to the end of the game here, and we have a timeout called. Do you know who the last team was to win the state finals that is not a Three Rivers League team? That means no West Linn, no Lake Oswego.
Do I get a cheat on that? Let's see here, because I have the list right here. But actually, let me give you an honest guess on that. I'm going to say it was St. Mary's before they joined the Three Rivers.
You're a geek. You must have read the column.
Yeah.
Look at you. You are great. You're a lacrosse book of knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and that actually was before they joined the Three Rivers League.
It is. It was right before. And now they are part of the Three River State League.
And Coach Holly Ziegler there, just one of our better high school coaches as well. Got a great program and is always near the top. Always near the top. Well, I'll tell you what, this is the way you always want a championship game to finish, though. To be 11-10 with a $1:30 on the clock to go, that's just awesome. Just awesome. And it's a real testament to these coaches and these players being prepared and relaxed coming into this game and playing it at the high level. You can see it on Reese's face right there. She's got a big smile. She's ready to go. They want to go finish.
Both teams battled back. Both teams faced 2 and 3 goal disadvantages, deficits. Living Right Senior Placement provides qualified assistance in finding the most appropriate living community for seniors. Assisted living, memory care, adult foster care homes, and retirement communities included. Call Jennifer Cook at 503-780-7355 or visit livinglight.net. What do you think is going to happen, Ben?
I'll tell you what, it's going to come down to 1 or 2 plays. I think a lot can happen in this last minute and 30, first of all. So it's going to be the team that doesn't make any mistakes. Whoever can control this draw will have the momentum more than likely. If Elo can get a shot and a score off of this draw control, then I would say the momentum's in their favor. If West Linn can get it and just hang on to the ball for 1:30, then I think we're going to see them get an opportunity to bring home another title.
Reese, Molosky, one more draw. 90 seconds left. That's Walton High School. Up in the air is controlled by guess who? Byrne. She falls down, now picks herself back up, cradling the ball. 1:20 left now. Byrne. She's double teamed. The double team, some contact, a call.
Westlake restart.
Yeah, a little push on Elo. Sometimes happens on the double team, nothing egregious. That's a good pass by Byrne to get it out of trouble, get it up top, spread it out.
That's right. It's not a bad thing to kill some time right now.
No, that's exactly what West Linn's going to try to do here. They're not in any hurry to shoot unless there's something extremely wide open. They just want to kill clock.
And Finklia moves that back out.
Smart, bring it in, draw some doubles, and then clear it back out. Now look at Riley playing very aggressive out.
Oh boy, she makes some contact. We're going to have an infraction, aren't we?
We're going to have a yellow card
Called on Riley.
on the goalie. Now, here's the way this rule works. She's been given a yellow card, but Elo does not have another dressed goalie. I don't believe I saw one on the sideline. So the way this is adjudicated is she'll be able to return to the cage, but the yellow coach, Lauren Anderson, will actually have to select one of her other players to come out. Now, and here's the way this will be set up, too. Riley will be placed out at the 12-meter on this shot. She will not be allowed to return to the actual cage. So this is a major, major penalty. And again, it's all about safety in girls lacrosse. She has on a helmet, has on the padding. The field players do not. So whenever you step out of the cage and something like that goes down, this is the way it's always going to be called to make sure the players are remaining safe.
Bouchard with free position for the Lions. 42 seconds left. This is a vital stop right now for the Lakers. They have to get and control the ball with 42 seconds left, trailing by 1.
Yeah, and the umpires, you can tell, are taking the time to make sure they've got this one 100% correct, knowing that a wide open goal shot like this could have a big, big part of the outcome tied to it.
Bouchard now switches.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Riley's such a great goalie, and that
she's aggressive.
She is, and you know, sometimes it can come back to bite you. And it's unfortunate to see it happen in a game like this, but
easy goal for Bouchard.
Yeah.
Puts West Linn up by 2 with 38 seconds left. Is that the nail in the coffin?
Well, I'll tell you what. With 38 seconds left, I don't want to go out on a limb and say it is, but I'd be really surprised if it were to get 2 goals in 38 seconds. That would be a big shocker. And again, if Lake Oswego can grab control of this draw and get down the field in 10-15 seconds and get a shot and get a score, come back, win another draw, but it'll come down to the draws. We've been talking about all game.
Ben, if I ask the West Linn Lion fans, the students, is that the nail in the coffin? I think they would say yes.
I think you're probably right.
They're on their feet right now. They smell it. Their first state championship since 2013. Could they win? Lakers not out of it yet. 38 seconds. Here's the draw. Redraw.
Well, for these two teams have been going at it so hard for the last 4 or 5 years to balance the number of titles that they each have over the course of this 4-year run would be appropriate, because they're two very evenly matched clubs.
Picked up by West Linn down the sideline. Bouchard passes it back out, can't control it. Who's going to scoop it up? We're going to have a call.
Across the body.
Against the Lakers.
The clock is actually stopped. I think at this point, Brad, they're just going to run the clock. Unless there's an errant pass or something like that. At this point, the Lions just need to run that clock down.
18 seconds left to a state championship for the West Linn Lions.
Yeah.
Into Byrne. Burns is going to run this out.
She's going to run backwards. She's just going to kill clock.
They put a few more seconds on the clock. And here she is. She's running all the way around the sideline. Can anyone stop her? Now she's going to turn.
She's just going to play keep away.
Yep, now she throws it back to Cesar, the goalie.
The goalie's got a 10-second count, so she's just going to sit in that circle. And there's your ball game.
It's going to do it here. We have new state champs, West Linn. And the celebration starts. The foes, the adversaries, battle once again, the 4th year in a row. This time the West Linn Lions get the best of the Lake Oswego Lakers. 12-10, that's the final. Look at Cesar, everyone jumping on top of her.
Well, and I'll tell you, at halftime, I was sort of thinking to myself as the MVP ballots were going out, you know, if Ella were to win, Riley would have gotten my vote, but Cesara was so close behind her that...
Is that who you're going to vote for?
Well, there's actually 2 that I'm going to vote for, Natalie Byrne and Cesara, because I think they both played outstanding games in the phases of the game that they needed to take care of, and both had an equal impact on the team's outcome.
I agree, but I'm going to go with one person, and that is because I'm a defensive-minded guy, and I'm going to go with Cesara, player of the game.
Very good, very good. Well, I'll tell you what, that's the kind of championship game you want to see, where both teams are battling all the way to the end. It was just a great, great game. Congratulations to both teams. great seasons for both.
Oh boy, you hear "We Are the Champions." There it comes. You knew it was going to take long for the West Linn students to regurgitate a little Queen. Well, we saw a great one here in Tualatin High School. The 2015 state champs are the West Linn Lions. Any final words, Ben?
Well, I want to congratulate both teams. Coach Anderson and her Lakers are a phenomenal bunch. They will be back. They do graduate out some seniors, but as we talked about, Riley just for completing her sophomore campaign. Lauren Gilbert just finishing the sophomore campaign. They've got a boatload of great freshmen and incoming youth players. They will be back, and the same goes for the Lions. They graduate out 5 this year, but Byrne is back, Sassara is back. There's a whole bunch.
Let's read some final stats. We'll start with Lake Oswego.
Yeah, you'll notice the hug there between Byrne and Coach Anderson. Coach Anderson is a key component to the state's club system with Oregon Elite, and Byrne, Finklia, Bouchard, a number of those girls on the West Linn team play for Coach Anderson in the offseason. So again, a lot of good friendships that are there. Molesky as well.
Avery Haas led the way with 3 points, all 3 on goals. Or actually, make that was Madeline Reese had 5, and then we had 3 for Haas, 2 for Horowitz, 2 for Vogt, and that equates to their 10. And for West Linn, the leader, of course, was none other than Natalie Byrne with 6 points, all 6 goals, 13 shots. She was fantastic.
Yep.
Also, Weinhardt pitched in with a couple points, couple goals, 4 shots, and they spread it around with Malvar, Molesky, Morford all had a goal, and Bouchard with hers.
And I think that's one of the reasons that West Linn was able to pull it off tonight. You knew that Lake Oswego would throw the double and the triple at Byrne, and while you cannot contain her all game long, she's able to spring some of those beautiful full fields. She was distributing the ball well, and she got others involved on offense, and that's one of the reasons why they did a great evenly balanced win tonight.
That's going to do it here at Tualatin High School. The 2015 OGLA High School Championship goes to the West Linn Lions, 12-10 over the Lake Oswego Lakers. Ben and Brad, Portland Sports Beat. Have a wonderful day, wonderful week. We'll see you next year.
And now the trophy presentation for this year's 2015 OGLA State Champions. West Linn Lady Lions and head coach Meg Elston. And finally tonight, we'd like to present the game's most valuable players. Tonight, we've got a tie